Hey, how you doing? Well, it's almost a month to the day I'll be leaving for Richmond. In my hand here is the anthology I'm doing a sequel to. One of the stories in here, well, none of the authors are returning for this one. Well, I got some who are coming on from the magazine, though, from the anthology. I'm looking forward to be working with Horns. Horns I knew from the House of Pain days, and he wrote a damn good story in there. It's the 15K mark. There's a few other anthology stories in there. The longest story is from Horns. The other writers will be in the anthology from the last one are be part of the magazine instead. So what you see here with the anthology, as the newspaper stated, it's a museum of horror stories that's told through the stories itself. It's sort of a history of the fiction of horror. And in the pages of this is a story that I read a lot when I first started publishing. I used to read when I was a kid. Watching Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Nickolaus. Probably the first horror comedy ever published. Well, that being said, I'll show you some of the other writers in this version of the anthology. I revamped the first page of this anthology here. If you had the misprint versions, you might not have this font or in the typeface I'm using. Then the table of contents. This right here was a picture I used when I took my picture for the book, Pleasant Forsaken Landscape. I decided to recycle that picture. And when I went to place Boyer, I'll show you where in TOC here, where Boyer's story was, his plagiarism, is now H.P. Lovecraft the Temple. The sequel anthologies have the story of the vampire in it, and a few others. One of my favorite stories in the anthology is called The Gemini Effect, and another one called Hellplex. There's some other damn good ones in there too. Carol Sullivan's returning from the magazine. Then Pauline Ramsey from the Tally Purposes Sport closing authors and have a story in this one. I'm still waiting on one more author to close it off with, and I got the artwork for the thing, which rocks. S.L. Wickham did a damn good job with this. It's the most focused she ever done. It's based on Wonder and Darkness. I showed this story to a few people. So far, it's very well received. Horror Skulls are very masterful for me. I agree. It's probably the story I'm most proud of my catalog. This is my first time I did a metafictional, or it actually is metafiction. What is metafictional works? It's when the author puts their own name in the story as a character, when they play a character in the story. Other examples of this, Wes Craven's New Nightmare is metafictional. It's a metafilm about filmmaking. Misery is a metafiction novel about a writer who's writing a novel within a novel. So what are the other ones like this? Do your research on wikipedia.org. You'll figure out right away the genre is very engaging. It's very thought-provoking and intriguing to work with. My story is probably the first one I knew was metafictional. My journal on Codex is meta works, because I'm the character in the story. You'll find that with the story Sick-Laden. Take a look around. It's written for a horror hostess who was recently attacked. Her name is Enchantress Nocturna. This is dedicated to her and Bojangler. So this anthology here, the first one, the artist in the first anthology is Alex Rivera. He did that drawing and this drawing, both done in pencil. And then the drawing in this was by Tiffany Proctor. The authors that fill this one, the replacements all came when Boyer plagiarized. So what you see in this book is my crowning achievement. The sequel book is bigger by about 366 pages right now. When I get the final story, it'll be 380.